Kevin White, Michael Watson, Dion Clisso, your announcers, as we get ready for this semifinal match. The first thing we need to note is this is the only Kansas team, Shawnee Mission Northwest, in this field, Michael, and you're wondering why. Well, David Birch, their head coach, used to be an assistant coach with Ed Fritz when they were at Blue Valley Northwest.
There you go.
As far as the matchup, you got the Northtown Guards against the big guy. There's a 6'9" freshman for Shawnee Mission Northwest that's an emerging player.
Yeah, he really is. You can tell how these guys square up. But we got to start with the guard for North Kansas City, Avion Webb. He is the do-it-all guard for North Kansas City. He can shoot as soon as he crosses half court. They're going to have to know where he is at all times.
21 per game for Webb, and this guy is good on the football field. Malik Oadis, a Simone finalist, but not too bad at basketball either.
I always tell you, every basketball team needs a football player on it, but this guy can really do it all on both ends. North Kansas City is kind of undersized compared to this team on the front line, so it's going to be a good one for sure.
Shawnee Mission Northwest, North Kansas City at the North Kansas City Invite. First semifinal coming up. Lineups and tip-off right after this. Back here in the, I think it's a couple years old now, the Hive as they call it. The North Kansas City Fieldhouse. It's state-of-the-art. The great lights, the video board, and excellent court. And they're hosting the 73rd annual North Kansas City Invitational. And this is one of the older tournaments in the Kansas City metro area as part of Tournament Week. And we got a good matchup here. We got a Kansas team that I don't think a lot of people are aware of. They went to the state tournament last year, won 18 games. And they've got one of the emerging big guys as a freshman at 6'9", and Ethan Taylor, and there's their head coach. That is David Birch, former Piper head coach and former assistant to Ed Fritz at Blue Valley Northwest for 3 straight state titles. He's an Olathe East grad, played high school basketball for Coach Jim Super. And of course, Ed Fritz is not in that picture. There he is, Ed Fritz, second year in Northtown, but 43 years, and what a resume the guy has put together. 5 state titles at Blue Valley Northwest, over 700 wins. And of course, prior to Blue Valley Northwest, he was head coach at Center for 15 years. He's a surefire Hall of Famer.
Oh, for sure.
And his team at 10-5 is in their first round game. They took care of St. Pius 72-36. Blue Valley, Shawnee Mission Northwest, I beg your pardon, beat Lee Summit North in their first round game 71-49. This is a young Shawnee Mission Northwest team. They start 3 sophomores and 1 freshman. But this is a team that's a matchup nightmare because they got a 6'9" guy. They're athletic, they're fast. And like I said, they are a team you don't want to see across from you because they can bring a big and speed at you. North Kansas City got a lot of good guards, but they don't have much size. Right now, we're going to pause and honor America with our national anthem here at the Hive. introduce you to the starting lineups in this Kansas versus Missouri semifinal of the North Kansas City Invitational. Shawnee Mission Northwest on the road taking on North Kansas City. And for the visitors, Van Collins. As you see all that youth, Michael, all those sophomores, only one senior. That's the football star, Oatis, who's recently signed with Emporia State as an athlete. But a lot of youth, but a lot of upside with this group. You've got Wagler, his older brother's playing at Hutch Community College. And Riley's a good frontline player. But Ethan Taylor's the guy everybody's talking about, Michael. This guy's a 6'9", ninth grader.
Yeah, he's a big, young man. Only in ninth grade, his upside is through the roof.
Still raw. His sister Kennedy plays at Missouri State, is one of their leading scorers. Now for Northtown, everybody wants to talk about their guards as they've got Avion Webb and Israel Randall and Alex Gunnels, but they don't have much on the front line. They're not very big, 6'1" and 6'2". Those guys are undersized. It'll be interesting if they, I see one of the changes they've made is Tyler Parks is now going to start. So he's 6'5", so they've made a change there. As here comes Randall. Gunnels averaging 13, 16 for Randall, 21 for Webb as their leading scorer. So Ed's brought out the big guys and starting Tyler Parks, who averages 7 and 5. Talked to Coach Birch. I said, you know all Ed's tricks. You sat on the bench next to him for 3 years. He goes, yeah, I know a few of them. Don't know all of them. But this should be an interesting matchup. But I feel like people have been sleeping on Shawnee Mission Northwest. They beat Lawrence. We saw Lawrence. They got a big-time player on their squad. They beat Olathe North, but they've lost some games that I didn't think they would. They're 6-3, number 19 in the 8-10 varsity poll. There's the young Wagler kid. That's Keaton Wagler. His older brother, Landon, played there last year, averaged 17 a game. Keaton, as a sophomore, is averaging 10 points per game.
And it's going to be speed against size. Can North Kansas City do what they do best defensively, wreak havoc, and then can they keep the size of Shawnee Mission Northwest off the boards?
Alonzo Hood, Ryan Clemens, and Miguel Warren are your officials.
And you see a 1-3-1 zone they're starting out with for Shawnee Mission Northwest.
So that's an interesting look. Usually when you're in that 1-3-1, you're trying to stop the three-point shot. North Kansas City does shoot the three well.
They're trying to get out to Avion Webb. He turns it over right there, trying to thread the needle.
Here's Oatis all the way to the rim. Malik Oatis.
Yeah, quick guard, changes floors very quickly. Let's see if North Kansas City is able to adjust against this zone, understanding they can penetrate and don't have to shoot from outside every time.
Webb, the runner, missed. Offensive rebound, stick back try by Tyler Parks, no good. And give it back to Shawnee Mission Northwest. They play out of the Sunflower League. They're 3-2 thus far in conference play. Man-to-man defense employed by Northtown.
Well, they're going to stand that man-to-man because that's where they really kind of hang their head, and the bank is open.
That is Wagler, Keaton Wagler, spelled W-A-G-L-E-R, but pronounced Wagler, more of an O-W-O sound. And he is one of the three sophomores they start, along with the big freshman at 6'9", who's guarding the paint area. And here's Parks, and it's blocked by the young freshman, taken away by Northtown, and they'll get a bucket easily at the rim by Israel Randall.
Yeah, Israel Randall, the transfer from Lincoln Prep. This is how North Kansas City is going to stay in this game. They're going to do it on the defensive end, getting out, causing turnovers.
Van Collins handles the point guard duties. He's a scorer. Van off glass, and a blocking foul on North Kansas City at the baseline.
Yeah, Alex Gunnels trying to slide over and take that charge just a little too bit far underneath the glass, and Wagler go to the line to shoot too. Take a look right here. The defender slips down. Well, kind of a bang-bang play right there. Could have went either way.
That is the first on Gunnels as Van Collins, 6'2" sophomore, averaging 9 points and also 2 rebounds. Has another one coming. Just set scorer for this guy as he goes 1 out of 2 from the stripe. 6-2 start for Northwest on the road in the Northtown tournament. North Kansas City, by the way, the defending champions of this tournament, their own tournament.
Good pass.
Nice look as the assist by Herb Bass.
Yeah, Herb Bass that time. I thought he probably could have bounced past it that time right to Ryan for the bucket.
And a runner no good by Wagler. Outlet after the rebound by Bass. Webb in the open floor. Pull up from the elbow. And rebounded by Oatis.
You know, Oatis is trying to push it as well. You got to stop the ball whenever he's out there.
Ball is tied up. Good defense by Gunnels. Arrow will keep it with the Cougars at the baseline.
Well, we know North Kansas City wants to push the tempo, but watch this good interior passing right here. Down to Ryan for the easy bucket. Let's see if they can get that against the zone of Northwest. Sorry, not Ryan Parks. I keep calling him Ryan.
Yeah, it's Tyler Parks, a junior forward. Really the guy with the most size for this Northtown team at 6'5". Ed Fritz saying our guards have been playing well, but we need some more from our front line. And they don't really have a lot of size with Bass and Kirkwood and Parks. Ball knocked free, and it's grabbed there by Parks. Into the corner, and the 3 off the mark. Webb can't connect. And here comes Shawnee Mission Northwest. Riley's pass is knocked away by Gunnels. Ahead now to Webb. Has to be a very aware player there with the 6'9" kid with the long arms, but he is patient and scores his first field goal of the game.
Yeah, you definitely got to know he's coming with those long arms, and he's such an athlete, only be a freshman.
He is the little brother of Christian Bowenwebb. He has the steal. Now ahead to Randall. Randall floating a shot up, no, and it'll go over to Shawnee Mission Northwest.
Well, North Kansas City, we talked about it in the open. Can they get steals and get out in transition? And take a look this time at Avion Webb getting the loose ball, slowing down and slow the defender down. Able to kiss that one high off the glass.
As here's Oatis into the front court. Ball game tied. It's a 6-2 start answered by a 4-0 run by Northtown. Collins the miss. Herb Bass gets 5 rebounds per game, the top rebounder for the Hornets. And now let's see if the Hornets can grab their first lead. Inside,
good
nice
pass.
look by Gunnels finding Parks.
Well, that was a great look from Alex Gunnels. He's a pass-first guard who can score as well as lock down defensively. Good defense that time from Parks, and here comes the Hornets.
Gunnels in transition, finding Webb.
That's
cranks
good.
a 3, buries it.
Buddy.
And what a run now. It is a 9-0 run by Northtown on their home floor, and this is a first lead of the ball game here coming in the late stages of the first quarter.
Well, North Kansas City is getting what they want offensively. Nice answer.
Collins, the sophomore guard, answering back for the Cougars. Much needed bucket. And how about Herb Bass?
Yeah, nice 3 from Bass. Great ball movement from North Kansas City as the Cougars need a timeout.
Yeah, David Birch, their head coach, wants to take the timeout. As we've seen the teams exchanging threes, but clearly the momentum right now on the side of North Kansas City after the slow start. They've been dominant here as they've been getting their threes down. We've seen threes by Webb and Bass. Tyler Parks doing a good job on the inside. Well, this is
Well, both teams raining threes. Take a look at North Kansas City up first. Alex Gunnels, good job of penetrating and kicking out, but Avion Webb is a scorer. Gets the defender in the air and still able to knock that one down. Great shot from Webb. And then on the other end, Collins, catch, shoot, knock down. A big answer for the Cougars as North Kansas City went on that 9-0 run, knocking it down from deep.
And Herb Bass there, that last one. He only averages 4 points per game as we check in with our sideline reporter. Here's Dion Clisso.
Well, guys, what I see early on is Shawnee Mission Northwest has got to make some shots, because if they don't, North Kansas City is going to get out and run. Their quickness is really a difference down here.
Northwest, also a very quick team with Oatis and their young guards, and I see now they've made a switch. Devin Bolton now in the lineup for Shawnee Mission Northwest as they work against some backcourt pressure. Also, Deshaun Bennett, who was a wide receiver in football and a junior, or beg your pardon, a sophomore at 6'3", very athletic kid. And here's Wagler off the mark on the three, and Parks up big and strong with a rebound for North Kansas City.
And Parks playing well so far tonight. Nice penetration from Webb, but it's denied.
Bennett with the block from behind. But the Hornets will get another look. Another possession. Pass it inside Parks. Crashing into the defender. Misses from point blank. Long outlet now. And in rhythm, they get the three off the mark. That is Maurice Davis who has checked in. Maurice is 6'2" senior guard. Gunnels from the corner. As the ball is taken away, that's Herb Bass.
Yeah, Bass coming through with a strong rebound, just snatches it out of the hand of the Cougars, able to put that one back up.
Bass, the leading rebounder for the Hornets, showing the strength, and he's got 5 first-quarter points. He's already above his scoring average of 4 per game. Wagler on the inside. Yes, and the foul. And Keaton Wagler will have a chance at a 3-point play.
Well, watch this cut right here. Wagler comes through. They call, I think they call Webb for the foul. I didn't see it on that replay, but nevertheless, Wagler will go to the line to try to complete the 3-point play.
Kyan Evans going to check in. He'll play on the front line as you take a look at Keaton Wagler, 6'3" sophomore, averaging 10 points, 5 rebounds. And you're saying, didn't they have a Wagler last year? Yeah, Landon, but now he's at Hutchinson Community College playing basketball. And, well, 16-12, the lead for Northtown. As we're approaching a minute to play in your first quarter. First of 2 semifinals. Second semifinal is Pembroke Hill and Park Hill South. Working against the zone. Quick passing. Webb leaning up a left-handed scoop shot. No good. Here's Van Collins at the other end. And Van having a nice first quarter.
Yeah, good job getting out in the transition by the Cougars, even rebounding well out of that zone, still able to push in transition.
Screen for Webb. Gunnels whipping it in the corner.
Well, you got to get somebody in the middle of that zone. Now you're playing 5 out for Northtown. See if they'll hold for the last shot with 25 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
No look inside. Evans can't make the catch. And that'll be a Hornet turnover. Ed Fritz not so happy with that. Give it back to Shawnee Mission Northwest. They're down by 2 points. And we're under a minute to play. And Clayton Haben has checked in. 6'2" junior forward off the bench as they work against the pressure. Still plenty of time as Bolton will bring it across. Webb nearly got the steal as he got his hand in the passing lane. Cougars to play from the side now with 12.2.
Let's see if the Hornets can get a stop defensively or if the Cougars are able to tie it up going into the end of the first quarter.
Here's Davis. Scoops up a shot and scores and ties it now. North Kansas City going to try to beat the first quarter buzzer. Here's Gunnels for three, off the mark. And we're all tied at 16 at the end of one, as the Hornets getting threes from the likes of Herb Bass and Avion Webb. 16-16 in the Northtown tournament. The game of the week is brought to you by Hy-Vee. They're proud to support Kansas City High School athletics. Kevin White, Michael Watson, Dion Clisso. North Kansas City Invitational. It's the 73rd annual tournament. As part of tournament week, got a good matchup, a Kansas team against a Missouri team. And locked up at 16 after one. Seen stretches of good play in this game. We've seen a few threes fall. North Kansas City took part in the William Jewell tournament last month. They got second in the Patterson division. They lost to Park Hill by one in the championship game. Gunnels, nice look, and finds A.J. Hampton, who gets the start off the bench in the second quarter. Another bigger guy, as Ed Fritz is getting his big guys. Hampton at 6'3", and also Parks out there. Here's Wagler for three. And Van Collins, an offensive rebound and put back.
Well, Collins has been so active on the boards so far in this first half. That time, able to snag that one and put it back up. North Kansas City has gone against zone primarily the entire night, but we've seen that they're able to penetrate that zone for good drop-off, especially from Alex Gunnels.
There you see Webb drive and kick to his backcourt mate Randall. It's Webb, Randall, Gunnels, Hampton, and Parks. As here's Webb driving inside, rebounded away by Bennett. Looping pass ahead now, and the scoop shot no good at the rim by Avian Riley. Hornets quickly back the other way, and Gunnels just lost it out of bounds. Turnover, Northtown.
Yeah, just unforced turnover that time, but North Kansas City not doing a great job of getting back in the defensive transition. Fortunate that last time that the Cougars just kind of missed that layup.
Cougars lineup is Riley, Wagler, Oatis, Bennett, and Collins. We just saw the basket there. Collins has 8 first-half points, the sophomore point guard for Shawnee Mission Northwest. Tied at 18. Here's Riley, the catch and shoot, not close. Wagler saving it back in to the wrong team, as here's Gunnels for Northtown. Webb, skip it over to Randall. The defense right there in the zone.
You got 2 people guarding. You got to give that up quick.
I feel like that's why they're playing that zone, to stop the three-point shot. Now Webb gets a screen from Parks. Looks underneath and finds Herb Bass.
Well, that's what I like to see from Avion Webb. We all know he can score the basketball with the best of them. That time splitting the zone and dropping it off for a nice assist.
Wagler, the jumper from 16 feet straight on is good. And Keaton having a good first half. He's got 8 points. One of their super sophomores. Herb Bass has been impressive. Got 7 points for the football standout and also basketball player, but came in only averaging 4. Near turnover. The Hornets, now they get back into their offense. Webb working against the zone. Randall out of the corner, falling down, draws the foul by Oatis. And I think this is a 3-shot situation.
Yeah.
Miguel Warren with the call there, and then he's signaling 3 fingers up as Oatis gets the foul call. Randall to shoot 3. Michael mentioned he transferred from Lincoln Prep. You make the call. Everybody seems to fall down on these threes now. And
well, you got to give the shooter a place to land. I think Oatis may have just clipped him as Randall stuck his leg out, but able to draw the foul. Let's take a look at it right here. Watch his left leg stick to the out. I mean, it's a regular shooting motion, so it could go either way, but Randall at the line shooting 3.
Hit the first. Here's the second. The left-hander cranks it in there. This guy's averaging 16 points, 3 rebounds. He leads the team in assists at 3 per game and gets 2 steals. So he fills up the stat sheet. Israel Randall, say he's a NAI JUCO type prospect. Play some college basketball in his future. Three in a row. And back to a 3-point lead. Now for the host team of this North Kansas City invite.
Both teams kind of settled down. Backdoor by Wagler.
Bolton for 3. He hits the deck. And no foul call. There's a foul on the rebound on the freshman, Ethan Taylor.
That call is kind of unfortunate. When you're the tallest guy on the floor, everything can be over the back. When you're a foot taller than everybody else. Take a quick look right here. I think he was there, but didn't push anybody. Just, yeah.
Moving some guy. Looked like he moved Marquand Simmons a little bit, and that's what they called. Now Ed Fritz wants a 30-second timeout as his team leads by 3. Middle stages of the second quarter, and Coach Fritz, of course, he is a future Hall of Famer, and we'll actually see his wife next week in a doubleheader at Bishop Miege's Blue Valley North in an EKL doubleheader, girls, boys doubleheader. And Fritz's team is undefeated, but so is the boys team at Blue Valley North as they take on Miege next week, as we'll have a girls-boys doubleheader, and simply has 600 wins and 3 state titles. So let's do the math here. We got 600 for the wife, husband with 1,300 wins, 8 state titles for the Fritz family. And oh, by the way, Willie Fritz, the Tulane football coach,
yep,
went 12-2, and they had a exciting game with USC in the Cotton Bowl. Of course, they beat K-State earlier during the regular season. So a pretty good year for the Fritz family, and as far as racking up those W's. After the timeout, how about Herb Bass?
And Coach Fritz called that timeout just for that. He's saying, hey, we're ignoring the middle part of this zone, and that's the softest spot right now. And Bass comes right out and knocks down that free throw line jump shot.
Yeah, Herb Bass averaging 4 per game, has 9 in the first half. Now the steal by Simmons. Hitting Gunnels on the run, attacking and scoring, Alex Gunnels.
Well, that's what North Kansas City is at their best. Defensive stops, pushing the ball in transition. Oh,
and Bolton,
nice
left-handed, left wing 3, nothing but the bottom of the well.
That was a great job by Bolton, pulling back the initial pump fake and still able to knock that one down.
He's led them in scoring the last 3 ball games. He had 17 in their first round win, and now the freshman with the block. Well, he's got some long arms. Quick outlet now to Bolton, back to Wagler. Wagler scoops it up and scores. Keaton Wagler.
Yeah, good job by Wagler, finishing with the left hand on the right side. I like what I see so far of this young man.
He's got 10. 3 and some change to go before Hy-Vee at the half. Numbers and highlights brought to you by your employee-owned Hy-Vee stores. Bass.
Got to get somebody in the top of that zone. We saw it out of the timeout. Bass able to knock that one down, but you have to make sure you get it there to make the defense play that and then kick it out to your shooters.
Randall, drive and kick. Fans wanted a travel. Nothing called. Parks posting against the 6'9" freshman. Parks whirling the drop step, and the bank, and the foul. Nice moves by Tyler Parks, as he'll have a chance at the 3-point play.
That was a great move by Tyler Parks. Take a look at right here. He calls for this in the post. Nice spin move and a strong finish right through the chest.
Big guy going to sit down with a couple of fouls. as Parks barely grazes the front of the rim, but he's been good tonight, 6 points. He got the start tonight because they needed some size in that front line to go against the 6'9" freshman. He's played pretty well. Oatis to a cutting Bennett, and he is hammered and fouled. 2 shots coming up here for Deshaun Bennett, one of the wide receivers on the Cougars football team, coached by Bo Black. This guy's an emerging player as a wide receiver. You can see a big athletic kid at 6'3".
Yeah, good job by Bennett on the back door. But also a nice hard foul from Parks. I mean, you're taught, don't allow him to get it up. If you're going to foul him, make sure you don't get the shot up.
Second free throw, not close. 0 for 2. And a 4-point lead in the basketball for North Kansas City. Here's Gunnels penetrating the zone. Little short. Bennett a rebound for the Cougars. Cougars come in at 6-3 out of the Sunflower League, number 19 in the 8-10 varsity poll. A very young, emerging team that went to the state tournament last year, lost in the first round to Blue Valley Northwest, but Blue Valley Northwest made it to the championship game, losing to Wichita Heights in 6A. Here's Oatis for 3. And the rebound is last touch by Northtown, so it'll be Shawnee Mission Northwest ball.
North Kansas City's up by 4, but it doesn't feel like they're in the lead. It doesn't feel like they have control of the game, I should say. But now is an opportune time for the Hornets to make a run and try to open this up without the big for the Cougars on the floor.
Here's Bolton, and that's his second 3 of the quarter, Devin Bolton.
Well, you got to close out with your hand up against a shooter. Bolton that time knocking it down, starting to feel it from the outside.
Yeah, he had 17 in their first round win as they beat Lee Summit North, and now the Hornets put it on the deck. It's grabbed by Shawnee Mission Northwest. The ball is tied up. Arrow goes to the Cougars. Simmons out, Randall back in, but this guy coming off the bench, hitting some big threes, Devin Bolton. Gunnels a little shaken up as he was on the deck trying to get that loose ball, but it was a tie-up. Arrow goes to Shawnee Mission Northwest. They're down by 1. As right at a minute left, and now a foul on Herb Bass.
Man, I thought that was a good job by Bass. Cutting that one off, taking that one square on the chest. Take a look at it right here. Hops right into the lane, but they got him for that reach in right there. Guy hitting the chest, but you can't extend those arms and put 2 hands on the defender, on the offensive player.
Nobody in the bonus, and now the ball nearly stolen. Good defense there. As coming off the bench was Xavius Kirkwood. Just got a piece of that, but the Cougars will play in the backcourt. Kirkwood does start some. He's a 6'1 sophomore, good upside, averaging 7 points per game. And now Webb the steal. Avion going to attack the left side, layup good.
That's a great job defensively from Avion Webb. I love to see that from him. Playing the passing lane and then able to finish on the break to put the Hornets back up 3.
Bolton to Wagler. Wagler now to Riley. His 3 hits the timer above the rim. That is out of play. And North Kansas City will get it. Plenty of time trying to add to their 3-point lead as they're defending champions of their own tournament. Last year they won 21 games. They lost in their district final to Liberty. Liberty had that powerhouse team with Coach Sturtz's son. And the Hornets will hold for the final shot.
7 seconds.
Webb gets a screen high from Bass. Avion.
Nice kick.
No looks in the corner to Gunnels for 3. In and out. Boy, that one was halfway down, but spun out. And we have reached halftime. We were tied at the end of the first quarter. and a slim 3-point lead for the Hornets at the halftime break. And we send it down to Dion.
Here with Coach Fritz, kind of a back and forth game there. You guys got a little bit of a lead, but then they kind of claw back into it. What do you feel like your defense is doing well right now?
You know, we're doing a little bit better job of boxing out. They got us a little bit on the boards. And it's kind of seems like it's a game of runs. They started with a run, we went with the one, and I think we got the last one, but I would have loved to see that last three-pointer by Alex Gunnels go in.
Offensively, they're sitting in that zone. Your big guys have done a pretty good job of flashing in and getting you some points down there.
Yeah, we've had some dump downs, so we've been working on that, trying to get that. But hey, they're a really good team, and Coach Birch, I know him really well because we used to work together. So we're going to have to play really well in the second half to win.
All right, well, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Ivy at the half. Coming up next here from the North Kansas City Invitational for 2023. Public address announcer with the loud sports coat does a great job here as we are ready for the second half, third quarter. This is a first of two semifinals. Coming up next, Pembroke Hill and Park Hill South. Championship will be played at 1:30 tomorrow. Third place game, noon. Webb's 3, no. And a tie-up on the rebound. Arrow goes to Shawnee Mission Northwest. They've got Wagler, Oatis, the big guy, Taylor, and also Riley. To Webb, Gunnels, Randall, Bass, and Parks. Home team in white, North Kansas City. And the young freshman has it knocked away. Webb the takeaway, and it's swatted away.
Man.
As the long arm of the law here by the 6'9" freshman, Ethan Taylor. Did he jump or did he stick his arm out?
He just waited for Avion Webb to jump, and then he figured out that I'm the tallest guy on the floor with the longest arms out here and able to block that shot. And here's the Cougars in transition.
Yeah, Taylor outletting to Oatis, to Riley. Hornets get back, though, defensively. Don't give up an easy one. Collins plays it inside. Here's the freshman, still a raw player, finding a cutting Wagler, Keaton Wagler.
Yeah, good job by Wagler coming up with that loose ball. North Kansas City, you have to put a body on these guys for the Cougars, and there's another block by Taylor.
Remember, he's a ninth grader at 6'9". His sister plays at Missouri State. She's 6'3". She was on the 2021 6A state championship team for the Cougars. And that three is home for Randall.
That's a nice looking shot by Randall, but we talked about it at the half. Great passing from North Kansas City. You talked about the guards in the opening and what they can do, but what way to answer.
That's Riley with a three-point answer. See the zone continuing for the Cougars. Saw a 1-3-1 early on. I think they went to 2-3 later. Here's Gunnels. 3. His last 2 have been halfway down and popped out. Wagler spinning, leaning, no. As Gunnels knocked it out. And let's see, we got a foul. And they'll get Wagler for a foul as they were battling for the loose ball at the baseline.
Cougars staying in their zone. 2-3 now is a 1-3-1 a little bit earlier, but now back in a 2-3. Got to make sure you identify their shooters, and they're doing a great job so far.
Webb missing on the 15-foot jumper. Oatis in rhythm on a 3. Hits the side of the rim. Ball back to North Kansas City. Defending champions of their own tournament. Coming in at 10-5. Now here comes A.J. Hampton in and Bass out, but Bass has given them good minutes as he scored well above his average. He's got 9 points, came in averaging 4. Leading scorer on the Northwest side of things, Keaton Wagler, he's got a dozen. Gunnels finding Hampton in the paint, trying to beat the zone. Hampton got his own miss. And another possession now for the Hornets. Doing a good job on the offensive glass. Webb over the long arm of the law there. Nope. And the ball is tied up underneath Wagler and Parks. Arrow goes to Shawnee Mission Northwest.
That was a great job by Wagler that time. Battling on the board with Parks. Seen a lot of shots just kind of rim around.
Keep your top down.
Well, the arrow is pointing to Shawnee Mission Northwest, but it looks like we're going to give it to North Kansas City. Maybe they already switched the arrow on me.
Yeah, because it was a
The
jump ball.
officials are meeting, and now Miguel Warren saying something and saying it's Northwest basketball. That's what the arrow says.
No, it's definitely North Kansas City's basketball. It was a jump ball to start. Then went to North Kansas City, then a tie ball up the Cougars, and this one, I think they got it right.
Now they got it right. It is Northtown's ball on the arrow. So they get the arrow right. A.J. Hampton, the catch, pass inside, no. And the rebound taken away by Taylor. And to the rim is Oatis.
That was a good defense initially from Avion Webb, but we talked about it. North Kansas City not doing a great job of getting back in the defensive transition at all tonight.
Gunnels plays it inside. Parks can't handle the good pass. Oatis over 2,000 all-purpose yards, 23 touchdowns. Simone finalist headed to Emporia State as an athlete. And he draws the bump. And Malik Oatis, football's his game, but he can score on the basketball floor, averaging 10 points per game.
He's one of those players who's always around the ball, has a nose for it. A lot like on the football field. That time scooping that one up and able to put it back. And this possession right here, he gets fouled, he go to the line, shoot two.
Let's check in with Dion.
Well, guys, I talked with Coach Birch at the half, and he felt like they got off to a good start, but they were kind of lazy on their backdoor cuts. They practiced that all week, and they were a little slow there. Defensively, he liked what he saw with the zone. He said, but Coach Fritz did a good job of adjusting to that. But here in the second half, they seem to be doing everything he wants them to do. They're playing really well.
And they have surged in front by 3 in this seesaw affair. And we'll get a timeout for North Kansas City and Ed Fritz. Full timeout, says Ed. Coming up next, we got Pembroke Hill and Park Hill South, as we've got a doubleheader tonight. Time now to take a look at the Hy-Vee first half numbers. And Michael, what jumps off the page there? I mean,
yeah, I mean,
pretty close.
Yeah, both teams kind of even in every category. Surprisingly enough, points in the paint going over to North Kansas City with the height advantage that the Cougars have. Both teams playing well, taking care of the basketball. Neither team really able to pull away either. No more than a 3 or 4 point lead. We're seeing great defense from Taylor for the Cougars. We take a look inside the huddle of Shawnee Mission Northwest. He has 4 blocks on the night using that 6'9" frame to really bother the shooters inside for North Kansas City.
There you see the young coach, David Birch, former Piper head coach. Some of the guys that he's coached over the years, Tamar Bates, who now plays at Indiana, former Piper player, of course, Christian Brown, who played at KU, now in the NBA. So there's some of the players that have crossed his path, he mentioned. As out of the Ed Fritz timeout, let's see how they attack this zone.
And we've seen out of the timeout in the first half where they stuck Bass right there in the top, in the middle of that zone. He got an easy shot. But they're still playing a lot of the 4 out, 5 out. And kind of screen up top.
Randall the jump stop. Nice feed inside. Evans can't hit. And Webb with the offensive rebound. Another possession now for the Hornets. Goes left hand as Webb. And the rebound taken away by the big guy Taylor. Ethan Taylor, 6'9", a 9th grader. Oatis, drive, kick, corner. Bolton, good three-point
Nice.
shooter. That's his third of the game. Devin Bolton, the junior.
You got to know your personnel. That time, good penetration and kick. Bolton knocking down his third three. I mean, he just makes it look so easy. A nice left-handed stroke.
Big lead of 6 for the Cougars. Over the big guy's hands, no good. Evans had it poked free. Oatis with the steal. And now Malik has it stolen back by Evans. And now they throw it away. Sloppy basketball by both teams as they try to get it in the front court. Now the steal by Hampton. And Hampton is poked free from behind by Oatis, hustling back with that great running back speed. And it'll be Northtown ball at the baseline. You see the coaches saying, everybody settle down, slow down here. Let's get it into our offense. Here's Webb with a long three, rainbowing in.
That was a big answer and a much-needed shot for the Hornets. Avion Webb, we know he has unlimited range. That time knocking it down from deep.
Yeah, he now has, in this ball game, 10 points. He's the leading scorer for the Hornets. Screen and roll doesn't work. Now here's Bennett. High-low feed to the big guy inside. No. Fans wanted a foul. Nothing called. And back comes Northtown the other way as Webb lost it out of bounds. It did not go off his body. It'll be Hornets ball. And now Coach Birch wants an explanation. He thought his big freshman got hit a little bit there.
Yeah, I definitely thought there was a lot of contact down there, but no call.
Well, Webb just drained a three. Like you said, if he's in the gym, he's within range. He can shoot it from long distance. Gunnels, the runner, no. Tipped out. Webb can't hit the three. And now Bennett comes away with a spinning rebound. Nice job.
That was a travel.
By the sophomore, Michael wants a travel. David Birch wants a timeout for his Cougars as they lead it by 3 in a very fast-paced ball game.
Take a look at it right here. Catches, pushes it up the floor. That wasn't quite it right there, but both teams battled out so far in this third quarter, unable to really get away from another, maybe a 3 or 4 point lead, and that's been it.
Coach Birch played at Olathe East, graduated in 2005, so I did his games. His coach was Jim Super, then went on to play college basketball at Ottawa University.
Shout out to DJ in here tonight, keeping the tunes going.
Yeah, the music is good. The sound system is state-of-the-art. This gym only a few years old. It's called the Hive, the North Kansas City Fieldhouse.
We got to show some love to the old gym. What was it called?
The old gym at North Kansas City.
Yeah. We
With the curtains and the stage, and the peanut gallery and the cement bleachers.
Hey, I love that place. A very intimate place to play.
G-O-N. It's gone.
It's G-O-N-E. It is.
Yeah. Oh, I can't spell. Yeah. How about Devin Bolton coming off the bench? This guy been on a scoring streak. Runner no good by Randall. Cougars have it. They want to run. Here's Van Collins. Nice look to Wagler.
Well, we talked about it all night long. North Kansas City getting beat in transition defensively, not getting back and identifying the personnel of the Cougars, and the Cougars are making them pay.
Cougars got 11 off the bench from Bolton. Here's A.J. Hampton. No. Ball tapped out. Hornets will keep.
Well, the Cougars are giving North Kansas City a dose of their own medicine. Nice feed down low to Wagler. I mean, he's just everywhere at the right time. That time for the easy two.
Nice assist as they get the inbounds play. And Tyler Parks, that big body of his at 6'5", and he leans up his shot. And it was a much-needed basket for the home team. As it's down to 5. Clayton Habben in the ball game. We'll Also plays tight end on the football squad. Maurice Davis has checked in. The guy off their bench that's been scoring a lot of points for them lately is Devin Bolton with 11. Here's Collins.
Man, Collins is a tough player that time, getting to his spot on the floor, raising up and knocking it down.
He's got double figures as the sophomore.
They'll lead out to 7 right now. We were talking about neither team really able to get a big lead, but good job.
Nice look by
Man,
Webb.
okay.
And Parks is eating up the Cougars on the inside.
Well, he's getting nice assists from either Webb or Gunnels. That time able to finish. Nice catch and layup.
Collins from 15. The rim is unkind. Bolton, though, the offensive rebound. Kick to Haben for 3. And the rebound collected by Parks. Seconds winding down on the third quarter. Webb can see the clock. Goes crossover and a 3 and the miss. And that's the end of the third quarter. First semifinal here in the North Kansas City Invitational. And the visitors from the Sunflower State lead it going to the fourth quarter on the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week. Hy-Vee scoring by quarters as you look at the Ed Fritz huddle, getting ready for the start of the fourth quarter. And Northwest, Michael, that third quarter pretty good, 18 points in the quarter. And they lead by 5 on the road as Coach Birch trying to pull the upset here in the Hornets' own tournament.
They're playing really well. I love the freshman Taylor, 6'9", 4 blocks on the night. But what a job by Collins as well from the outside, getting it done so far in this third quarter. A big reason the Cougars are up 5.
And the Cougars will have it. It's Wagler, Bolton, Taylor, Riley, and Oatis. The road black with the orange trim. Home team in white with Randall, Gunnels, Bass, Parks, and Webb. Defending champions of this tournament, but trailing by 5 as we start the fourth quarter here in the semifinals. Oatis stumbled, got bumped, no foul. And the Hornets run the other way. Gunnels back to Randall, good ball movement. Webb back to Randall. Shake and bake, left-hand layup, no. Taylor the rebound. Bolton in trouble. Timeout Northwest. His coach saved him, David Birch.
Definitely.
Coming off the bench into the coaching box and saw his guard slip and fall, calls the timeout. And he still has 2 left.
That could be one that could come back and cost you if this is a close game. Kevin White with the moves. This song come on. Who is this? Earth, Wind, and Fire?
Yes, Earth, Wind, and Fire. Now you're finding something in my
Hey, there we go. Take a look at the last play. And the timeout is called. What happened to water? So you got Earth, Wind, Fire. What happened to water?
I didn't name the band.
Oh, okay. I mean, you were around.
Well, yeah.
You see Kev with the moves? Oh, man.
Yeah, I was up here grooving, wasn't I?
He was doing one of these.
I did not want it to be put on camera, though.
Kev was grooving, man.
Wow.
Oh, now you camera shy.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm camera
man.
shy.
Come on, White.
I can't dance.
It doesn't matter, man. You got to feel the beat.
Oh, feel the Earth, Wind, and Fire.
That's it.
No,
That's it.
Bolton to Oatis. Oatis, cat quick with that running back speed.
Change of direction is crazy.
Bolton off the bench with 11's been the star. And the bucket and the foul. Bolton got hit on the arm by Gunnels. And this guy has saved the day off the bench for Shawnee Mission Northwest.
Take a look right here, going one-on-one. Crosses it across the body of Gunnels, reaches in.
He is a left-hander. That's his strong side.
Yeah, great body control as well, able to finish. Opportunity to convert the three-point play, and he does.
14 off the bench, came in averaging 8, but he has been their leading scorer the last 3 straight ball games. Had 17 in the first round, so this is no surprise. Coach Birch and his staff said number 10's been scoring a lot for us. Webb trying to answer. The ball tapped around. It goes inside to Bass. He gets it blocked. Loose ball grabbed by Oatis. And all that speed, numbers there for Northwest. Oatis fouled on the play by Randall and will shoot free throws.
Man, these guys are shot out of cannons on the break.
Well, that's why I said they're a tough matchup. They're fast, they're tall, and they got some guys that can shoot threes, but they're still young. Starting 3 sophomores and a freshman as you look at Malik Oatis, headed to Emporia State. Now they list him, this is a new recruiting thing the football teams do. They list him as an athlete, so he plays special teams, wide receiver, running back, wherever we need that speed.
Plug and play.
That's right. Over 2,000 all-purpose yards, 23 touchdowns. And all of a sudden, Michael, this is the biggest lead of the ball game. A 10-point lead for the visitors from the Sunflower League, Shawnee Mission Northwest. I said they were underrated. Can they finish the deal? And there's the rejection off the body of Parks. Northwest basketball. This guy, a 9th grader, Michael. What's the wingspan on this guy as we get a timeout taken by Ed Fritz?
Look at his hands, though. I mean, if you can just get a shot of his hands. Only a freshman, a nice block that time goes off the head of Parks. But I think that's his 6th block on the night, and he is just playing phenomenal defense and controlling the paint. Only a freshman. Look, still baby face, but mark my words, this is going to be a big-time player out of the Kansas City area. Hasn't even grown into his body yet, Kev. So just imagine 6'9". I mean, that's going to be a problem.
His sister is 6'3". Kennedy plays at Missouri State along with Sydney Wilson. You remember her at Olathe East.
I sure do.
They're the 2 of the 3 top scorers at Missouri State down there in Springfield. Kennedy won a state title when she was a player, and she's 6'3". She started at Colorado, then transferred to Missouri State as Tyler Stewart's team went 23-0 in 2021, and they won a 6A girls state championship. All right, 51-41. Still plenty of time for the Hornets, who can shoot the lights out on threes as they'll pressure full court. Bolton has come off the bench. And been a star tonight. He's got 14 as the ball is tapped out. Good defense there by Herb Bass. Cougars to play in. Get it to Van Collins, and he is fouled on the sideline. Webb thought he had a held ball or tie-up, and Alonzo Hood disagreed. He called a foul.
Take a quick look right here. Did he get the ball? Yeah, he's across the arm, and definitely good call. Got a good officiated crew, and there's another near steal, but look at
Oatis got it right back and took it to the rim and scored.
I mean, his change of direction is just cat quick.
And now the ball thrown away. Gunnels penetrated, tried to hit Webb, threw one right at his ankles, and that'll be a turnover. And Coach Fritz, along with Coach DiStefano there, frustrated by the turnovers. Now Bolton in a double team, plays ahead, intercepted by Randall.
That's great defense by North Kansas City.
Herb Bass down that baseline.
Oh!
Bucket and the foul by Herb B.
I see you, Bass. Good job penetrating. And when you got a shot blocker, you got to go right at the chest. Take a look at it right here. It goes, come get some. The nice hang and the score. Bass would try to complete the three-point play, Wyke.
All right, well, Herb Bass has 11, and he's had a good game. Can't complete the three-point play. And Collins, the rebound, outlets to Oatis. Cat quick Oatis, and he draws the foul. And I think it's going to be Gunnels underneath. Check that. It's going to be on Parks for Northtown as we send it down to Dion.
Well, that change of direction, when you watch him on the football field, it's amazing what he can do. But he's also physical. He runs over people with the ball as well. He had a 400-yard game. He had 2 300-yard games. He only played 9 games this season and had 2,000 yards. So outstanding season for him.
Yeah, he averaged 269 as we take a look at some of his highlights. This is against Olathe
Look at that.
West.
I mean, come on. He could go. I mean, that is serious.
And Oatis with the free throw.
But you see it on the basketball court as well.
Foul underneath. It's on Northwest, as that was Herb Bass again. Boy, he's been a sore spot as far as the Northwest defense on the inside. He's not afraid of that 6'9" freshman. He's going right to him.
Yeah, I
think the young guy gets talking to from the official. It's Ryan Clemens, the official, talking with the.
He's his same height, and he's bending over. That's how tall Taylor is. It's unbelievable. We'll have to check out of the game.
Bennett in. Freshman sits down. Herb Bass has another free throw coming, but Herb's been good tonight. 12 and 6. It's about average on his rebounding. He's gone 9 above his scoring average at 4 as Collins fighting that pressure in the backcourt. Here's Oatis with that quickness.
Wow. I mean, that looked like the highlight we just watched, but he's doing it with a basketball in his hand. Good turnover, good job by Bass. See if North Kansas City can cut this lead with Taylor sitting on the bench. It's time to make a run for the Hornets. Good kick, Randall.
Can't hit the 3, but Bass an offensive rebound, his 7th of the game. Here's Webb, cradling it, taking it to the rim, and we got a foul underneath. And let's see. It's going to be on Bennett. Team foul 4, first on Bennett, as we get free throws for Tyler Parks, who's had a good game, playing on the inside. And Tyler Parks averages 7 points per game. He's well above his average tonight. He's got another one coming. Still a lot of time left. Can the Cougars get to the championship of North Kansas City's tournament? 1 out of 2. Collins outletting now to Oatis, who is leveled on the play. Football guy, that doesn't bother him. He'll bounce right back up as Parks got the foul.
I mean, literally bounced right back up. He's such a tough young man. But it's changed. I mean, his just north to south speed is unbelievable. Once he makes up his mind, he hits the hole. Watch the collision right here. I'm glad both players are all right. And Parks was looking at the ball, but man.
Inbounded to Bennett, back to Riley, and he puts up a shot. The rim is unkind as it dances off. And now the 8-point lead. Webb going to try to cut into it. That will help.
Nice. I mean, that's just a shooter right there, able to walk into his shot and knock it down. That was a big bucket for the Hornets. They shouldn't get a stop on the defensive end.
Well, that quickly cuts it down to 5 as Webb has 13. 3 threes.
Wow.
All thrown away. The young team starting to unravel.
Well, let's take a look at that last 3. Avion Webb able to walk into it. He's thinking about it the entire time. Coming down. Oh, you don't want to respect it? Boom. Make him pay. Pulling the Hornets to within 5. Got to show some love to his dad, Ace Webb, one of the best trainers in the area, just player developers. And you can see what he's doing for his son right there.
Webb feeling it. Another 3. One hop rebound to Bolton. Give it back to Shawnee Mission Northwest. Cougars by 5 with the basketball. See if they want to run some clock. As Oatis, the spin into the paint. Throws it up. No. The big guy tried to tap it. Not there. And the Hornets back the other way. Oatis fouling Randall. It's only 16 fouls, so no free throws yet. There's been a lot of foul calls in this game. I've not seen a lot of free throws as Oatis just threw it up there. And saw the big guy get low bridge there.
Well, I mean, I don't know who took the brunt of that one right there, Gunnels or Taylor.
There's Randall inside, finding Webb. Nope. And the big guy, Taylor, with the rip-away rebound.
That was a big, strong rebound. I don't know if everybody just thought they were expecting a foul or a walk on the play.
Timeout, Shawnee Mission Northwest. They'll be down to their final timeout. This will be a full timeout for Coach Birch. And the Cougars of Shawnee Mission Northwest, if you're wondering why they're all the way over here in Northtown for a tournament,
You gotta calm down.
well, he used to be an assistant at Ed Fritz. This is the tournament he wanted to play in. They don't get that many in Kansas, so he said, I want to play in Ed's tournament. Tell you what, this is a good field, and if they can get this win tonight over North Kansas City, that would be a feather in their cap.
Well, that's Ace Webb right there, father to Avion Webb, one of the better player development coaches in the area, along with, Marcus Walker from O'Hara, Quentin Day from UMKC.
Never heard of him.
All these guys who were once top players.
I did all their games.
I know you did. That's why I'm shouting them out, showing them some love, man. They've always been shown love from Spectrum Sports, and you the man, though.
You said
really,
I can't dance.
Well, you can't dance, and that's okay. I still love you.
All right, thanks.
All right?
I love you, too.
Thank you, brother.
Wow, there's all kinds of love up here in the
That's
balcony
it.
level at the Hive. Huh?
That's it, because we're literally in the hive of the...
We're on the track here. There's guys walking around us, checking their monitors. He seems to always want to talk to me, though. Why is that?
Because you're famous.
Oh, yeah.
You're 30 years in the game, Ken.
That's not quite that much.
Well, it's 30 to me.
All right, well. Here we go, out of the timeout. Cougars, the lead in the basketball. Can they get the road upset in the semifinals? And now they throw it away into the backcourt.
There you go. If you're going to win this game, you're going to do it on the defensive end, and that pressure got to the Cougars, and they turned it over. Let's see if the Hornets are able to capitalize on this end of the floor.
Under 3 to play in regulation. Winner goes to the championship tomorrow at 1:30. They moved it up because of the Chiefs' playoff game.
That's smart. That's smart, baby. We got a big game. We got a big game tomorrow.
Randall.
Oh, yeah, grabbed his
Bumped
arm.
and fouled. And it's going to be the start of a 1-on-1. That's the 17th foul as Oatis pointing to the scoreboard saying that's 6, but that will be the 7th. Oh, now they're saying
it is
6.
6.
Okay, correction. Yeah, Oatis was right. So the player saying that's only 6. No 1-on-1 yet. Next foul, as they're going to get some sweat off the floor first. Next foul will be a 1-on-1. As Gunnels will play it from the baseline after they do some perspiration removal. There it is.
Perspiration removal. I've never heard someone say perspiration removal before. See, you a legend, man. You a legend.
Yeah.
And you can get away
Talking
with
about
it.
B.O.
Oh,
right?
come on, Webb. Oh, come on.
His dad will like that one.
Ooh, that a move. And here come those Hornets. Like a hornet's nest, they're everywhere defensively, pulling them back to within 3.
Yeah, it's been as high as 10, and now the Hornets have got it down to 3.
Look at them denying. You got to win your one-on-one matchup.
Oatis double team.
In the trap.
And it's
Turnover.
taken away. Bass outletting to Webb. Alley-ooping and scoring. Kirkwood. 1-point game.
Here come them Hornets. Home cooking, beating off the energy from the home crowd and getting it done defensively.
Wagler gets it across. Got to watch out for a trap and a reach-in foul on Herb Bass.
Yeah, that wasn't a great play for Bass. We are in the one-on-one, but that defense of the Hornets, take a look at him right here. Nice steal and kick out to Webb, throwing the alley-oop for 2. Cougars back to within one, but both teams are now in a 1-1. Let's see if this young team is able to get it done at the free throw line.
And Wagler will go to the line. Kirkwood the bucket on the alley-oop by Webb, and he'll sit down. And the front end is down by Keaton Wagler. He's had a good game tonight. He scored well above his average. Mentioned his brother played on the team last year. Landon that went to the state tournament. It's 1 out of 2. 2-point lead now for Shawnee Mission Northwest. Winner goes to the championship of the North Kansas City 2023 tournament for the lead. In and out. Fight for the rebound. Nice hustle by Alex Gunnels. Another possession for the Hornets. Webb over the big guy and scores.
Hey, it's winning time.
Webb with 17 ties the ball game at 55. North Kansas City takes the timeout with just over a minute. His dad pretty happy after that little floater.
Well, you got
it over the arm of the 6'9" freshman.
You gotta love the defense from North Kansas City is the reason they're able to get those extra possessions. Let's take a look right here. Webb gets it out, fakes the three. Watch the step through and the float game over the outstretched arms of Taylor. Big time moments called for big time players, and Webb is stepping up for the Hornets.
Yeah, he's had a big ball game, getting close to his scoring average. Fans rocking to the music.
That was Kevin right there back in the day at Shawnee Mission South.
I wish I had that hair.
Earth, Wind, and Fire blend all in one right there.
I would take that hair right now.
Take that hair right now? I wouldn't take that hair right now.
I would.
You know what you got to do?
I could work with that.
You know the perspiration that comes out of that hair? See what I did there, Kev?
That hair, it looks like $1 million to me. When you're going bald, that's $1 million hairstyle.
He needs some water right there.
Yeah, he's dancing a lot.
He doesn't even know the camera's on him. He's just doing that.
But like you said, that's a warm hairdo right there. Here we go. Ball game, just over a minute left. Winner to the championship of the North Kansas City Invitational. Tied at 55. Can the young Cougars of Shawnee Mission Northwest get the upset on the road?
Well, it's winning time right now. You got to make winning plays, time scoring situation. Let's see how the young Cougars respond.
They might hold for the final shot of the ball game, and now a bumping foul. Webb against Oatis. 1-1 for Oatis.
Yeah, didn't need that one that far away from the basket, but he's excited. He's hyped, trying to get it done defensively. Take a look right here, right in front of us, and right in front of the official, reaching in. Oatis did a great job of selling that one as well. But can he knock down free throws in crunch time? Big situations. Are you able to knock down those free throws?
Saw him hit 1 out of 2 with Wagler. Here's Oatis. Front end.
He gets the roll.
Shooter's roll for Malik. Ooh. Bonus toss in the air and off the rim. Nice rebound by Haben. And the Cougars another possession.
Gotta secure the rebound.
Under a minute as Oatis had it knocked free. That is not over and back. Timeout, the final one by the Cougars, as we've got 45 and some change left. 45.6 as a big offensive rebound by Clayton Haben.
Yeah, Clayton Haben, good job. Hard free throw.
That's the reaction. That's the one that went in.
You see his face like, oh my gosh, right there. Able to get the bounce.
That gives him a 1-point lead for Malik, and his team will have the ball inbounding with 45.6. Both teams over the limit. And do you foul here?
I think you play straight up. The defense at North Kansas City, they're able to
turn the ball.
They're able to turn you over without fouling, and I think that that's what they're going to do. He's going to be trapping all the balls, especially when they get to the corner or the side of the floor. Let's see how the Cougars respond. I think if you get under 30 seconds, then you definitely foul or put him at the free throw line, but you got to secure the rebound.
Now Webb has 17, averages 21. He is the leading scorer now for North Kansas City. 15 for Bolton, 15 for Wagler and Oatis. So who's your go-to guy? Bolton's been the guy coming off the bench. Riley handing off to Wagler. It's an area they can trap. They don't. Now they pass inside, goes through the hands of the sophomore. So the young team throws it away.
And that's all North Kansas City needed.
Here they go. Can they win it?
Well,
do they go with Webb?
Here's that matchup.
Or will coach call a timeout, or will he play it straight up here?
Got to get a shot up.
Nope, he wants a timeout. His team down by 1. Michael, take us in that Ed Fritz huddle.
Well, now you only want one shot, possibly around 5-6 seconds if you're able to get an offensive rebound, but it's going to end up in the hands of Avion Webb. I mean, he's the player, the go-to guy for the Hornets. We've seen what he's done so far tonight, big shot after big shot. And we know the Cougars are going to be preparing for that. So who is able to step up if the Cougars come in double team on Webb? You got Randall who can knock it down. You got Gunnels who can knock it down. We've seen what Bass has done so far as well for the Hornets, but we know the vet, the Hall of Fame coach, Ed Fritz, has something for times just like these.
So you're saying it's going to be Webb if they don't double team?
It's going to be Webb. He's one of those players. It's winning time. This is what he's bred for. He's that kind of player.
Fans going to record the event as this is winning time. 18 seconds, down by 1. Can Avion, the sophomore superstar, get it done for North Kansas City in their tournament? They go into Gunnels, so let's see if they set a screen for Webb to get the basketball.
Oh, it's Gunnels' hands.
Gunnels, attacking ball, knocked free. Webb had it, ball on the deck, tied up. And the arrow will go to North Kansas City, but now the clock's down to 3.9.
There was a lot of contact that last possession.
Park's gonna sub in. Kirkwood
Take a look right
out.
here. Gunnels coming down. Oh, man.
Big guy coming in, 6'9", and let's see if we're gonna get a timeout. Nope. They had an inbounds play that they set up Parks to an easy basket. Let's see if
no timeouts.
Let's see. Oh, okay, both teams are out of timeouts, so you got to run it straight. Now they put the 6'9" freshman on the inbounder.
Double screen
Gunnels.
for Webb.
They get it into Webb. The 3 to win it. No. Randall at the buzzer. No, on the weak side. And Shawnee Mission Northwest, the young Cougars, pull the upset in the semifinals of the North Kansas City Invitational by 1 point, 56-55.
That was a good game, Kevin.
Exciting game. We saw Oatis, Wagler, Bolton, and Collins in double figures as Shawnee Mission Northwest goes to 7-3. They'll play in the championship tomorrow at 1:30. North Kansas City in the third place game at 12 noon. They drop to 10-6. As we send it down to Dion with Malik Oatis.
Well, during the football season, I talk a lot about this guy at Preps KC, and it's fun to be able to interview him. How big is a win like this for you guys tonight?
It's a big win. We had 5 in a row. This is the 5th one. Just being a team like North Kansas City, that's huge. We got stops when we needed it. We rebounded when we needed it. That's a credit to them because that's a good team, but it's a big win for us.
Second half, third quarter, you guys come out, really turn up the defense, get a lot of turnovers. Then you kind of hold on down the stretch there. What was the big key in that third quarter?
Just staying poised and stopping Avion Webb. Just playing defense. That's something we emphasize, playing defense. Defense wins championships, so just locking in against stops. That's how it is.
All right, congratulations. Thanks a lot.
Yes, sir.
Malik Oatis in double figures as Northwest pulls the upset in the semifinals of the Northtown Invitational. Back with the wrap-up right after this. First semifinals in the books. It was a good one. North Kansas City hosting this tournament, the 73rd annual tournament. And Shawnee Mission Northwest, the lone team from Kansas, comes in and pulls the upset 56-55. Special thanks to the North Kansas City AD, David Garrison. Thanks to our coaches, Eddie Fritz and David Birch. For Joe Novacek, Michael Watson, Dion Clisso, our entire Spectrum Sports crew, Kevin White saying so long from the North Kansas City Fieldhouse. Our final in the first semifinal, we got an upset. Shawnee Mission Northwest a winner on the road as we say goodnight from Northtown.